rejects to the continuation of let's build a settlement here at the something or other Echo Lumber Mill Saw Place. Something. You know where it is. You read the title. Don't lie and say you didn't. Alright, doing the last episode. We were working on these atrocities and trying to find a way to make them work. I'm recording this episode and the last episode back to back, so I don't know if any ideas you folks have had yet, so we're going to kind of skip over this and continue on with other plans. So, we need another stairway. So we got a little shorty right here. We could potentially take this one off, and then we're running stairs straight to stairs. So let's work with that. We're gonna jump right into this, not waste any time, so we can get some more stuff done. And I suppose we're gonna come over here, maybe, because I don't remember what was I using for. It was a roof section, but what was it from? Cabin flat roof. Oh, so I must have been in the actual cabin. So let's come in here. There we go. Gotta be consistent. Gonna drop that dude in there. You notice it's slowly getting dark. It's because I turned off the effect for... Oops, that's not what I want to do. Whatchamacallit. A second here. Get this in place. Workshop Plus to give me clear weather when I log into this, and I was hoping it would last a little bit longer, but apparently not. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of that dude. We're gonna do this. We need symmetry, of course. We're gonna plop that bad boy right there. We gotta fix this one. This one's all kinds of crooked. And, of course, it's getting really, really dark, too. It's not like it just starts to rain or something. It's gotta get, like, really super dark. So, I'm gonna fight with this for a little while just because I'm sick and tired of the, whatchamacallit, everything getting dark and yellow on me, so we're just gonna keep popping in and out for a little bit. I know it's probably gonna get on a lot of people's nerves, and I apologize. That didn't even last like 2 seconds. Oh, lordy, lordy. Alright, let me see what stairs. This one's using. Okay, we'll worry about the stairs first. And, yeah, I'm gonna turn my snapping back on. Stop that one there. We'll scooch it on over because it's a little too much. Jeez, man, this really didn't waste any time at all with getting dark and stormy. Yeesh. Alright, we're gonna Manuel this. There we go. That looks much better. Alright, let's just do the same for this side. This game just does not like me. It's like, no, dude, you've had too much clear weather. We gotta stop that. That's not allowed. Let me drop this down. Yeah, somewhere around there. Nice. Cool. So, yeah, I've had a few of you ask if, like, I'm still taking, or one of you asked if I'm still taking requests on custom builds and whatnot for the future. Yes, I am. You know, if you have a settlement idea that you want to see me create, by all means, leave it in the description, the comments below, and I'll be happy to oblige. I'm always looking for new ideas and whatnot, so by all means, definitely, you got a really neat idea, do so. And the person actually came up with a pretty good idea, which, of course, I don't remember off the top of my head because I've got the memory of a goldfish. So, which actually is funny because goldfish actually do have really good memories. But you know how the old saying goes. But, I mean, I do remember things, just when I'm building, my brain is just really focused on this, and I don't always remember all the little details. Because I'm so focused on this that, like, everything else just, like, goes completely out of mind. And, I'm out of my mind. Can I use... Okay, so I'll wait. This way I can just keep doing the stairs, and then I'll fill in railings later. Yes, I wanted to build stairway, walkway, something here. So, oh my goodness, seriously? Peas and crackers. It just really wants to do a rad storm, and it's not going to give up. That is just unbelievable. Let's see. Do I want to do like a full-on, full-size one? I don't kind of like that because that thing's in the way, so we might have to actually take that out and replace it with one that doesn't have it there. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. We're gonna... I've had enough. I tried to put up with it, but just the fact that it keeps popping up that often, it's like, are you kidding me, dude? Really? So we're gonna put up with the yellowness. It doesn't look too bad compared to the way it just was, so... Whatever. Now, I don't have a piece that turns like that. We go over to Kraggles where we have the wall section. Oh, I do, but I don't. That one's so small and it's not a 90 degree, so I'm gonna have to create that from scratch. So you know what? Let's save real fast. And then let's jump right back into it. There we go. Because we're gonna boom scrap that. What is that? That's just the ground. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of that. And too bad we don't really have any like short pieces either. We might have to just kind of fudge this on our own like so. Which is fine. Don't mind a little something something. So I can't really see over here. It's dark. Turn our light on. Turn our light on. There we go. Yeah, sometimes the buttons don't work right away when you exit the workshop menu there. Sometimes I'm moving just a little too fast for it. Okay. Getting closer. Turn my highlighting off, actually. There we go. Actually see this and get a better... We're working at a really funky angle here. Alright, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Now, I'm turning my snapping on because we need to fill that gap in. Really? Oh, because it's from... You annoying thing, you. Did I have it on? Oh, I had it on. And then I turned it off. What a dope. What a rope-a-dope. Alright, so now these don't match. Let me turn my highlighting back on just so I can see if these are all... Oh, that's all one piece. Of course you are. Alright. So, let's oop that up. Let's see how that looks. Oof, that's a hot mess. Alright, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to go back into... See, that's the other thing, too. I was talking about this in the settlement mods video that I just put up this past Sunday. That Kraggles shows in the main menu. And whenever I exit Kraggles, it takes me out of the main menu. That's so weird, the way that mod is working and all set up. I don't know. Craziness, man. Alright, we're going to use some curved pieces here. We're going to turn our snapping off because otherwise this is just not going to work. Let's see. Do that. We have a sharper curve. These are some funky pieces. Take that one out. Maybe we have to overlap. No, that's too much. We need something very, very, very subtle. Put that in there. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Alright, what if we that up one to do something like that? I like that a little better. Okay. And now if we turn our snapping back on, let's come into a straight piece and see how that looks. Now this is a different color, but I'm just trying to get it to the edge of that one there. Of course it's not going to, so never mind. So let's just turn that back off and build from here. like so. Of course, we gotta align that because it looks like poop. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, then we'll bring this guy up. Except, yeah, the wall down there doesn't really match. But we can make that happen. We're gonna scooch that one over just a smidgen. And we're gonna, oof, very carefully. Maybe. Let's see, how do we look over here? Oh, there's no wall over here. Dum-dum. Yeah, okay, so I think we still need a little more of a turn. Let's come back in here. What if you just put another one of these? Let's overlap that a little bit. See, now that becomes too much. Alright. We're just gonna... I know, these little details, like, spend way too much time on them. I obsess. Okay, let's just at least... do this. Let's see, how does that look? That's honestly not too bad. Alright, I think we can manage with that. Okay, now... do I want... I think I want just like... yeah, the little dude here. I think the big one's just going to be too much. See, I obsessed over all that, and I'm just going to, like, basically hide the majority of that wall anyway. Alright, we can turn our snapping back on now. We're going to need that. And we need the little doer. Right into it. Look at that. We don't even need, like, a full set of stairs. Gonna have to take that out. And we're just going to need a little itty-bitty. Which one do we want to use, though? Let's come back, I guess, yeah. Let's try all the way the heck back in here. And back in here. Here? So what do we have for stairs? Actually, we have the... where's that little guy? I don't know if that's... no, that must be in the actual castle one. Okay. Back here. Here. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'll take it. Of course, now our railings don't really match. This one's like, just like floating in the air here. What's going on? Okay. Well, I could use that opportunity to do that. And then take a look at our railings here. Probably, yeah, do something like that. And then we'll just boop this guy up a little to match up to that one. Yeah, that works. Sweet. Sometimes I sort of know what I'm doing. Alright, so now that we got that built, we need some supports. Gotta support the team. Yeah, back at the G2M. Where am I going? Here, supports. Now, we have... that's way too big. So we're gonna go with, like, these dudes, I guess. We need, like, one or two on each side. Something like that. Of course, we're gonna need some railings. Safety first. So, I guess maybe we'll stick with those. Those things have to keep going way far back, but I'm trying to get this all done together as one thing. Alright, so let's pop this guy here. There we go. That. I don't know why it wants to turn. That's really weird. And what are you? Weirdo. Okay. And then we throw a little guy right in. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to not have something like that happen. Let's see what happens if we dip that. Oof. That down. So it's hidden. How bad does that look? That looks pretty bad, to be honest. Actually, maybe not. All right, let's do the same on this side, and then we'll make a judgment call. Do. Until it disappears. Get that guy down there. That guy down there. Alright, let's have a look. Where is this? What the heck? We have to dip this one? Let's get back into this here. I guess I did. Okay. So yeah, it's a low railing, but it's not the end of the world. It works. Cool. I'll take it. Kind of thinking maybe some sort of little security post here on this corner as well. This one we're going to build from scratch, though. I'm just going to do one tiny little, like, square floor section of something, I think. So that means we're going to need, like, a little protection. So we might actually take that railing out. Alright, before we continue, let's save. And apparently I got to change the time of day. It looks like it's getting pretty late. Yeah, that's why I can't see anything. Time, 9 a.m. There we go. Oh yeah, look how much brighter it is. Who would have thought? Okie and dokie. So, let's see, we need... How do I want to build this? Don't want to use anything from there, I don't think. What do we have here? Anything fun? Of course, yeah, there's fun stuff, but... Ooh, look at that. This is all new stuff to me. I haven't really messed around with these mods yet. I've only had them for a very, very short while. Not really quite what I'm looking for. I think... Actually, you know what? I have an idea. Come into here. And... Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of, but... I was hoping the window would be open. This could work. Sort of makes a nice little cabin-esque type security one-man thing. I guess. I don't know. Come on. It won't make the turn. Oh, maybe if we put a little roof on there. Do we have a small roof like that? We do! Nice! Alright, now let's try putting the doorway in. That should snap. Oh! Hey! Alright. Look at that. Of course, I wish the windows were open. But maybe... You know what? I'm going to use one of the tricks that you fine folks taught me. We're going to take those windows out and we're going to make our own windows out of these things. Nice. Alright, what do we have? Don't really have any short walls. So, that's fine. We're going to go into... It's probably not even in here. Hang on. USO. Structures, wood, and the railings, yes. Because I want, yeah, that. Boom. And of course we gotta not use something like that. But we gotta change it up so that it doesn't look so the same, you know what I'm saying? Alright, look at that. We got ourselves a little mini security hut up here. This place is like all about the security. Nice. I think we can turn the light off. Cool. And I don't know why I put the chicken wire one here, but why not? Alright. So you zip on here, you can walk along. You can get up there, and you can still come down over here. Oh, geez, these don't reach the ground. I gotta fix that. Didn't realize those were that short. My goodness. We don't want that. That's gonna look terrible. Alright, construction. Hopefully these adhere to each other. Aw, you suck. Really? You have snapping on, right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, man. Alright, we're gonna have to... Let's see. That's the leany one. We're gonna have to blend it ourselves. Hey, not bad. Luckily, we only have to do 2 of these. Yeah, whatever. That works for me. Okay. Cool. So that's done. Let's see. We have over here stairway that takes you up there, which then takes you up here. And then over here we have nothing. Now over here I wanted to kind of build like a whole independent community. You know, we have all these different buildings that I haven't really decided what the heck any of them are going to be doing. And fortunately, I think I am probably going to end up scrapping this one because I can't repair it, and it just looks cool but awful at the same time. And it's for some reason tied to that bush there, which is so weird. So I think instead what I probably might try to do is actually reproduce this. So when the time comes, I'm going to reproduce that building, and then we'll scrap that one and plop one down in its place. I have done that, actually, at Egret Tours Marina. I do have a tour of that coming up very soon, where I have done just that. If you're familiar with, you know, how the buildings are, if you're not using any of the scrapping things, yeah, that is one of the things that's wrong with that section, is that you can't just scrap individual pieces. You actually have to scrap the whole entire building. And so I just rebuilt it and went from there. Alright, so let's see if I can use this, because when I was doing my, whatchamacallit, mod video, and I tried to make pool water, I couldn't because I didn't have any dirty water. Oh, we do. Sweet. Alright, so we need the mid-size. And yes, I'm actually going to build a little waterfall thing here. Just because. Gotta find good water. Let's see. Do we want the Sanctuary Creek one? I think we used that in the last one. What else we got? Too slow moving. How about this marsh water? I have no idea if I'm gonna use it. We're just gonna plop it in here at the moment and play around. How far in is that? Can you see that out here? Oops. Careful. Alright, let's pop that in place. Cool. Now, where does this water come from? I don't know. For now, we're just going to leave it like that. And I will maybe eventually put like some sort of cave or something in there. Now, where's the water going to go, though? We got to have to create, like, a wall here. Let's get rid of that tree. We don't need that. In which case, we can just use, like, some of this type of cliff stuff here. Have to make my own. How big is this one? You know what? Let's do a save, and then maybe I'll start borrowing some of that. Can I get rid of that? Nope, unfortunately I cannot. Alright, so let's save. Yeah, let's overwrite that one. I actually do have kind of a perfect little thing here, so actually we'll keep that, and we'll keep that, and I think we're just going to build our own that matches from there over to there, and then we'll make like a nice little pool of some sort. So let's see. Now we're gonna have to go over to CVC, get some cliffs. Hopefully we find the right matching texture here. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Yeah, alright, let's just go straight into the cliffs. Okay, let's see. Do we have one that has the same types of leaves? We got this guy here, which stands out like a sore thumb. Onward! That's too sandy. Jeez. It's actually not bad, but not great. And of course, we got our rocks. We can build one from scratch, I suppose. I kind of wanted to use the cliffs, though. I thought I had different ones. Ugh. Of course, they're all the wrong texture. It's just going to look awful. But here's the basic idea. You can take something like this. Actually, yeah, we'll just use 2 of these. And boom, you got yourself your cliff there, and then you got your little gathering puddle here. Oh wait, I can't get rid of that. Nice! That one too. But we have all this stuff that's way too close, and these are all individual. Alright, let's take that out. Let's see, what can I borrow from here? Ooh, look at this big mamma jamma. We just put this guy over here. Of course, that doesn't really give us a pool, but It is kind of neat looking. Um, yeah, that is huge. Let's see. First, we don't really necessarily have to go all the way down with this. Ooh, I do have an idea. You know what? Hang on. We're gonna reload here. Load, load. Because I have an awesome idea. Oh, confirm. Yeah, that would help you, dummy. Alright. We are gonna have some fun. I'm gonna see if I can scrap these again. Oh, perfect. Go away. Keep that rock. Alright. We need to build a dam. And we're gonna build a dam. Out of wood. Because we can. Yeah. There we go. Here's our dam. Here's our dam walls. Just ignore me. Oh, I'm full of terrible jokes. Yeah, see what I got going here? Alright, we're gonna build one big wall here. We're gonna do it like the beavers do. Nice. Okay, let's see. We want to try to move this over a little. See if we can pick them all up at once. Perfect. And let's maybe go there. And let's pick this up again. Whoops. Trying to twerk this so that this makes a little more sense. So let's come over. Yeah. Ta-da. Nice. Not bad, not bad at all. And of course, we got a little moisture right there, so maybe we'll make it look like we've done in the past, where it looks like we got a little leak or something. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay. Kind of don't want to go that far over with that. So let's take that one out, and let's do it from this angle. Let's pick this guy up here. No, I kind of like that. Alright, so maybe we can just make this come up a little higher. See how much room we have with this bad guy. Keep it going. You know what, let's just pick it up. Perfect. I didn't want it to change orientation. Of course, now, you can see that it's not quite tall enough. I'll have to dip that down there. You know what, that's not the end of the world. We can work with that. Alright, let's put another guy right in there. Perfect. Then maybe we'll come all that way. Why not? Okay. Now, supposedly... There we go. I've been told these are little end cappy thingies here. But we're also going to use them all over. So it looks like we have like this support going through this whole thing. Perfect. Now we're looking like a dam. Now, do I want to go any taller, or is that good enough? Or you know what? Maybe we're going to stop right there. Hang on. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. There we go. That looks so much better. Perfect. Cool. Now we have a dam. Now we need to fill it. So let's do a save. New one, just in case I have to go back. I might... Let's see. Let's play around for a second here. No, they won't do that. I was thinking maybe they would, like, sandwich in with each other or something. Maybe we could do that instead. Yeah, let's play around here for a quick second. Maybe we want to, like, double fortify our wall here. Of course, this is going to make our little reservoir a little smaller. Really? Okay, let's get rid of this guy, because we don't need it now. Now that we've got perfect spacing. Now we do have a much bigger dam here. And then we can put some floor pieces on here so we can walk. Nothing too fancy, though. These are all way too nice. What is that? Oh, foundation. Yeah. Ooh, kind of still like my roof sections here. So we got the nice large ones here. Let's just dip that in there. Let's just play around. This way too. Now we have a nice little walkway across our dam. I like that so much better. Okay, cool. So let's go back into here and get our studs. Nice. Now this actually looks like it can hold back some serious water. That's so cool. Alright. Now that we have that... excuse me. Still having trouble with my throat. We need some water. Just like I need to drink some water, which I will be doing soon. Alright, we want... What did I use over here? Marsh Dark. Don't necessarily have to use the same one, but... Marsh Dark. Marsh Scum? Marsh Dark. No, I like the Marsh Dark. It floats a little faster. Alright, so let's just plop that there. And we'll... drop it down. Oh, right about there. That looks good. Okay. Now we need to make all these match with each other. Straight across. Perfect. Love it. Okay. Whoops. Get back up here. What are you doing? Awesome. So we're going to have this coming down here. I will put some more rocks or something coming across there to make our waterfalls. We want... yeah. Bigger ones. You know what? Just for ships and bibbles, let's do something here. Oop, missed that spot there. Hang on. Whoa! Large. There we go. That looks much better. Okay. You know what? We have these rocks here. Let's take these out. I have that rock down there. Give me that. How big is that? Ooh, that's a nice chunky boy. Stick that there. Lock that there. Let's work this over here. Get this just right like that. Think. Give me that guy. So the idea with the rocks is try to cover that line as best you can, and then we'll come up and over with the waterfall pieces to help hide the fact that the water just like ends right there. Let's torque this guy. Ooh, just like that. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to turn our snapping off. Come back into our waterfall pieces, and now we can start to create the effect. And so you want to also kind of go back and up and over. You want to cover as much of that line as you possibly can. We'll also throw some grass and stuff in here to help hide all this. And of course you need levels, lots and lots of levels. Alright, let's take a look. Not bad. Alright, and then you gotta follow the natural curve of everything. And I'm purposely leaving some of these spots of the rocks exposed like that, because that's the kind of thing you would see naturally. Okay. throw like another rock or two in here as well. Boom! Look at that. So we're also going to need a little something something, I think, on here to help guide that down that way. Let's see, is there anything else here we can use that's naturally here? There's another rock. I'll just throw this guy right in there. Perfect, I think. What else we got? How about you? Nope, you're a whole cliff. No, I want to leave that because it's cool looking. Oop, apparently I can't take that one. Let's see, what else do we have? You, come with me! Stick this one here. Like so. Perfect. We can get rid of that, we can get rid of that. What does this look like? You know what? Let's play around for a second. This way it looks a little more natural. Cool. And I think we need to put a few more waterfalls coming over this way. Because it just looks a little too empty here. Nice. We got ourselves a nice little turn as well. First, angles are everything. You want it to go this way and then curve, so you want to kind of create that illusion that it's doing that. And then now we need a splash down here. Actually, before we do that, let's do a save. Let's look at this too. I think I have to readjust that. Mainly because the splashes are huge pain in the butt to get to look just right at just the right level. Okay. So I'm not too worried about this because we're actually going to build houses and whatnot right along here, so I don't really care too much about how that looks. Yeah, we're going to go with the big splash. Not bad, not bad. Can I grab it or did I lose it? No, it looks like I lost it. Yeah, I probably don't want to create two of these. I think that's good enough. It kind of conveys the look we're going for. Oh, there it is. Let's see, did I lose it again? No, this time it's officially lost. That's fine. That's cool, though. We got ourselves our nice little waterfall. Alright, we maybe need one more rock. We have one more rock. Let's see. That's a cliff. Ooh, frame drop. It's not good. A whole bunch of rocks. Not quite what I'm looking for that I put there. I don't want to mess with that. Alright, we're just going to have to make our own, I suppose. Whatever. Alright, so let's go head on over to CVC. Let's get this done real quick. CVC. Dead Wasteland. Rocks. There we go. That's kind of matching color-wise. That's pretty big boy, too. Really want. There we go. Something small like that. Nice. Now that we did that, we can create another little level of waterfall here. come down there. And down over there like so. Oops. Oh, I think that's the one I've been using, right? Oh no, I've been using the small. Whoops, that's why it looks so weird. It's okay. There we go. Guy right here. Do we need something there? Yeah, we kind of do. Perfect. Now we can go for a swim. We can climb our waterfall. Sweet. Nice. So yeah, we'll come back in the next episode and we'll fill this in with some grass and stuff to help hide that line a little better. You can do it completely with the rocks if you wanted to, but I want to try to keep it not so rock heavy as I usually make it, and we'll fix all this glitching too, because that's kind of annoying. But yeah, there we go. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.